Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about TCP reverse shell. Now, what is it? Why is this so important? And as a pen tester, why you should know about it? Even if you're not a pen tester, if you're a network person, you want to know about it. Why? What is it? Okay. So let me try to explain. So what I'll do, I'll actually try to draw something. I don't have a very good drawing skill, but I'll try my best. So typically what happens, say you are running a server. Okay, so that is your server. So here you have all the database, whatever you have. Okay, so you're running it in here. So it has port say 80 or port 443, right? Those are open in this particular server. So you come to the servers. Now what happens, you have firewall, right? So you have a firewall in here, perimeter firewall. So in this firewall, when you try to connect to the server, only port 80 and say port 443, those are the only two ports that are allowed to come through this particular firewall. Okay. Now, so if you are an attacker, so if you are the guy who's trying to break into the system, right? So you'll be here somewhere, right? So you'll be here, you're the attacker, and your goal is to compromise the system. How would you do? So you cannot go and bypass this security. And then once you are bypassing this 8443, then you have the host-based firewall. Okay, host-based firewall. Okay, you can also have host-based intrusion detection system, HIDS, or you can also have host-based intrusion prevention system. Okay, they can all also be part of this particular server. Okay, so it's very difficult. It's not impossible, but difficult to go to the server. So what in a TCP reversal, our goal is to establish a connection within this machine to the attacker's machine. So that is the bad guy. Okay, we need to establish a connection. And in a reversal, what happens? Okay, the connection is actually made from your server back to the machine that this person is using. Say it's a Kali machine. Okay, so it's a Kali machine. So in reality, what you really want, a connection that is made back from this guy back to the Kali, and you will be running any random port, right? Say you are the Kali machine, you are running a port, say port, which port should I run? So 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the port that you're running, and you're listening. Okay, you're listening for a connection in this port. You're the bad guy, you're the Kali. And what is going to happen in a reverse cell? So this is the reverse cell where a connection is going to initiate from here, and then it's going to come here. Now what is the benefit here? That is very important. So if you look at this firewall that we have sent, this is the firewall, this is the perimeter firewall. So it's Palo Alto or whatever you're using. Okay, Cisco, whatever firewall you have here. Typically for the outbound connection, like here you're going from inside the server, so that's your intranet. Okay, you're going to the internet. So this outbound connection is typically not blocked by a firewall. Firewall typically protect you from the outside. So this from here you can only go over there using these two ports, but from here you can pretty much open up any port and go to any site you like. Okay, now how would you do that? Typically what happens, there might be a social engineering attack, or somehow this system gets affected. Okay, and once it's get affected, so once the system gets affected, you can run a CMD in there. So let me just reduce the size just a little. So what is gonna happen in here, you're gonna open up a shell. So the shell, let's draw a quick shell here. So you'll be running say CMD, and CMD you run a process. So this process, okay, will start, and the process will send the connection to this particular 3456, that server, the Kali that you are running as an attacker. So in this case, what will happen, this Kali machine will effectively become the server, okay, with a listening port, and here the listening port is 3456, and the affected server, right, this server will become the TCP client, okay. And as this process is running, this process will attach whatever port, it will attach to a socket, and then it will establish a connection to 3456. So this is the idea of a reverse shell. So you are attacking a machine, infecting it with malware or whatever process you want. Then you are starting a process. The process is now able to communicate back to you. So that is the reverse shell. Now let me do a very quick demo, and I'll bring up two different Ubuntu machine, and we'll use a netcat to do a very quick demo so you can kind of understand the process. Okay, then give me 1 second to boot some of my machines. Alright everyone, for the demo what I would like to do, so this is the Kali machine. So I'm going to assume that you are the attacker, you're using the Kali machine, and this is my client machine or server or whatever you want to infect and create the reverse shell. So the way it should work, you should be able to create a shell and create a command, a process. The process should be listening to your Kali machine. So we'll create one, and what we'll do, let me first check with the IPA, make sure both of them we can talk to each other for now. So this, I'm going to use the Kali machine has IP 192.168.0.24, and my client machine has an IP 192.168.0.26. So let's just ping the Kali real quick, make sure our connectivity is good. 168.0.24, and I'm getting my connection back, so I know the connectivity is good. So the tool that I'm going to use in this case, okay, is called the netcat. And what I'll do in my Kali machine, I'm gonna run netcat and -l for listen, and then we said 3456. So what will happen in Kali machine, the netcat utility, it will create uh, 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 it will start listening in this particular port. Okay, if you send some data whatever to this port, Kali will be able to receive that information. And you see there's nothing happened. There's that white square thing it showed up. Now let's see what happens from here. So the server IP is this. Instead of ping, again I'm going to use the nc command, and this time I'm going to provide the IP address of the Kali machine, and I'm also going to provide the port number, which is 3456, and hit enter. And in this case nothing happened. I was expecting something to happen. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what you really needed to do, I need to add dash p. So nc dash l dash p. Now since you're providing start listening on port 3456, now hit enter. So that's your Kali machine. You come back over here, and now you say nc and then 192.168.0.24, and provide the port number you want to set up the connection, so 3456. And now what happens, this one actually creates a connection. So this connection from your system or the affected system back to the Kali machine, this is the reverse shell. Okay, so over here if I say now hello from TCP client, okay, if you look over here, the Kali machine is now able to receive everything, all you are sending. And from the Kali machine now I can start sending some response back. Hi, not hi, so let's come back over here and send something. Say hi TCP client, I am acting as the server here. Okay, so if I enter, you see that it showed up over there. So think about the power of the netcat utility and how easily you can create a reverse shell, and you can use that for your own benefit if you're doing a pen testing. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share in this video. Again, reverse shell is what has been the topic that I covered today. And again, so in the reverse shell you had a Kali machine. It will establish and infect a malware with a malware your target machine. On the target machine, you will open up a command line and create a process. You bind the process back to your machine where you are listening on a port, and that connection will be treated as a reverse shell. Hope that makes sense. Thank you, everyone.